Hello, people of YouTube. It's Brad from the Big Family Homestead, and we are on our way, Claire and I. Show yourself, Claire. Turn it around. Hi, Claire. Claire and I are on our way to an outpatient clinic just north of Lebanon, Ohio, and it's a veterans outpatient clinic. And Claire's Hats for Vets program that she's put together. We're gonna go and visit some guys and gals and just be awesome and let them know that, well, doggone it, that we are a grateful people. And I think it's a tragedy that they're not always treated in the best manner. And so we want to basically go and say thank you and just give them a small token, a hat that was made by Claire, and many of you out there have contributed or sent in money to help with costs, and other folks who've just made hats. It's been pretty awesome. And so I'm not sure, I don't think they're gonna let us film in there because of privacy reasons, and I totally get that. But we will update you after we are done, and we'll talk about it in video. And that way we can share in the blessing that I'm sure is coming, because these folks need a little thank you. And it's not much, but doggone it, I hope it brightens some folks' day and give them a little bit of hope that not everybody, well, that we're just grateful. So there you have it. Okay, so we're back. Just got back from the first HFV. That's not really a thing. No. But the Hats for Vets, we went to a, like we said,
the Middletown Outpatient Clinic.
And the facility is great.
Yeah, everybody was saying how good they are and how kind they are and how much they help. So.
Yeah, but there was a lot of guys that were saying that unfortunately that's not the norm. But this place was great. The staff was awesome. They let us right inside, and they had a table set up for Claire, and they even had posters out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The guy, his name is John. When we were emailing back and forth to see what day would work for us, he's like, here, I will create this poster, and then I will send you the link so you can approve it. So.
And it was really cool. They had them around the building, and they had clearly told a bunch of guys about it because every so often a door would open up and 8 to 10 guys would come out and come visit the table that they had set up. And I was just honestly blown away.
Yeah, I was. I didn't think there was going to be that many people that actually would come, but there were
about 30.
Yeah, about 30 guys there.
30 guys that came and grabbed a hat, and a lot of them just wanted to share stories, which was really neat. And most of them, I'm going to say this to embarrass Claire here, but most of them were just completely floored that it was a young lady whose idea this was that was doing this for them. And I mean, it was cool. Yeah.
It was funny. One of the guys thought I was 12, and then another guy thought I had already graduated high school.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
And some of the stories that they would tell were, well, really, really touching. And but to those of you guys out there who have been participating in this, sending in, you know, the hats, sending in yarn, sending in donations, I want you to know that today, because of what you guys have done, you blessed about 30 dudes and their wives with an unexpected blessing. They were overwhelmingly just blown away, because the guys would come over to the table and they'd be like, well, how much is this? And we'd be like, no, that's not it. They're free. They're for you. And they couldn't believe that. They were just like, what? You're a kid. What are you doing?
Yeah, but like, you made these. Yeah. And you're not selling them.
Not all of them. I made some.
I was like, I made some, but I have a YouTube channel, and a lot of ladies have helped me make them. Yes, thank you. I could not have made as many as I had without you guys.
But a lot of guys were sharing their stories of different combat and different things they did. And you know, one of the things that actually really struck me, and I hope that this is words for those of us who have not served, for those of us who have not walked that line and had to see and do things that these guys have had to do. This I hope what I'm gonna say is more than good enough reason to just give an extra thank you. The one of the groups that came out, and I didn't know this until we actually were getting ready to leave, but there was probably what, 10, 12 guys in that group.
Yeah, about that.
None of them were younger than,
I'd say
60.
Yeah.
None of them were younger than 60, and I found out it was a PTSD group. And it just goes to show the stuff that is asked of the veterans, the stuff that these guys and women have gone through that make permanent and lasting demons that they struggle with. And I don't think as civilians we can fully understand or appreciate what has been done for us and for our country. And well, just talking with them too, there were so many guys that were just really fun to be around.
Mm-hmm. There's one guy named Larry, and he probably hung out for about a half an hour.
Yeah, he just was, and this happened, and this happened,
Yeah.
and he just was having a blast chatting with the stories. But then there's this older gentleman, and he came in his dress uniform, and he had to be, what, 80?
Maybe a little
80
bit older
maybe?
than that, yeah.
Just bubbling with joy, came over, wanted to buy a hat, and we were trying to tell him, no, you're not, this is for you. We want you to be blessed with this. And he's like, what? He just couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
And he was just like, no, really? No. But he was just awesome, and he picked out a hat, and then he leans over to me and he goes, I'm not going to say this to her, but you have a nice day. Just a funny old dude. He was awesome.
Yeah.
And then actually, as we were getting ready to leave, well, I'll save that for later, but you
Yeah.
continue on.
Wait, you want me to tell that story?
No, not that story
Not
yet.
that story. Not that story.
No,
I won't tell that story.
you tell a different.
What story?
I don't know, the folks that maybe the wife came over and the gentleman, yeah.
There was a lady that actually, she sings in the praise and worship band at her church, which that kind of gave us connection because that's what my dad has done in the past. She came over and she was talking to us about how grateful she was and how surprised that it was a young person. She's like, you don't see that nowadays.
Yeah.
And it was just really touching, and she gave me a hug, and it was really nice to meet somebody who appreciated it. And I mean, it was his wife, so she understood the kind of inner struggles that he went through. Mm-hmm. So, it was cool.
It was very cool. And I got to stress, guys, that it's because Claire had this idea and you guys have helped her make this materialize, because we can't do it on our own. Our family doesn't make a lot of money, pretty much generally. And there's no way we would have been able to do all this stuff without your support and without your help. And so thank you very much. But I got to tell this story, though, at the end. Yeah, don't pick it up
I'm
yet.
not going to show him.
Well, here. Give you a little teaser. So we're packing up, getting ready to go. We've chatted with a bunch of really, really solid, awesome people. And you know what? They had such good attitudes and good spirits.
Yeah, that was one thing that I did notice. I was expecting them to be more downcast and upset, but they were just incredibly grateful and joyful to be there and to talk.
And all of them had a story to tell. And I just thought it was really great the way that they were upbeat and positive, and like you said, they just weren't downtrodden. I mean, the facility was really nice, I gotta say. I was expecting it to be a lot more government-like. It wasn't. It was completely like a really nice hospital. And so, but as we're packing up and we're getting ready to go because we had to pick up my son Jonathan from school, the gentleman that came over and said, have a nice day, he's parked right next to our vehicle, and he's getting into his trunk as we're getting ready to jump in the car, and he goes, oh, you come here. And he goes into his trunk and he goes, here, I want you to give this to the young lady. and he pulls out a humongous thing of pretzels. and he's like, give these to her, give these to her. And I just thought, how cool is that?
Yeah.
You know, that's what he had, and that's what he wanted to say thank you with, and it was just good.
Yeah, it was really funny though.
I was like, why do you randomly keep pretzels in your trunk? And not even just small amount, massive pretzels.
And yeah.
So anyway, do you want to fill in anything? What else you got there, sister?
Ruth just fell out of the tree right there.
She's okay. She's up and moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see our daughter Ruth. She just fell like a foot, but she's good.
Yeah, she looked at me and she smiled.
So once again, thank you guys for participating. And Claire has been saying that it would be nice if there were other people around the country who may want to get a bunch of hats from the when you guys put them in, and you take and have a day out, go to the VA and pass them out and tell your stories.
So if you're interested in passing some around in your community, just either private message me, private message my dad. You can email us, and that'll be in our about pages on the YouTube channel. But get in touch.
There it is. We're from the Big Family Homestead.
And living like Claire.
And yeah, which is not a bad place to be.
Yeah.
So, you guys have an amazing day. Do you have an end catch? Do you say anything at the end of your videos all the same?
No, it's normally just me being awkward, going, okay, bye guys.
Well, go do that.
Bye guys.